So I'm sat here with Geoff Thompson. He's the writer of our upcoming play Fragile. Hi Geoff.
Hi.
I wondered if you can tell us a bit about the play, please.
Yeah, Fragile is about a man in his 40s or 50s still trying to come to terms with the fact that he was abused as a boy. He's trying to unravel why he's still disturbed by it. He's studied, he's become a fighter, he's educated himself, he's studied all the world's religions, but he's still troubled. So it's basically about a man that has been taught that he can't trust anybody. So he ends up in a room on his own with the tape recorder, and he doesn't even quite fully trust the tape recorder. It's about a damaged man looking for salvation.
Okay. And it's a one-man show, and the part will be played by an actor called Craig Conway.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about him, please?
Oh, he's a brilliant actor. I did a film called Romans 12:20, which was on the same subject, and Craig played in that, and he was just amazing. And he won awards all over the world, and mostly because of his performance. I first saw him in Burkoff in East, and he's just amazing on stage. He has a very similar background to me, so we thought he'd be perfect for it.
It'd be quite nice for you, having worked with somebody before, to work with them again, I suppose, on this project.
Yeah, especially because he's tackled this subject matter, and I did a one-man play before called Doorman, and he did that. So he's very good at, monologues, learning the lines, and his range of emotions is just incredible. And with a piece like this, you've got to trust people. So and the director absolutely loves him.
Excellent. You just touched there on Doorman. You were a doorman yourself in Coventry before you became a writer. What was it that made you want to make the transition from being a doorman to a writer?
Well, I was always a writer, really. I was writing, when I was kind of 9 and 10, and kids at school were writing 2 or 3 lines. I was writing like 15 pages. So it was always in me. But I really was a writer with nothing to write about. I was very troubled. I had no creative outlet. I had lots of anxieties and lots of depressions because of what's happened to me, because of how I suppose because of the environment that you're in. It's very difficult if you're a working class kid working in a factory, sweeping floors, and you say, I want to be a writer. People just laugh. They just go, yeah, well, people like us don't write books, so don't get above your station. This is a good job, this is a job for life. Jobs like this don't grow on trees, all that normal stuff. And so for me to become a writer wasn't really just about changing jobs, it was about a change of identity, and that's really difficult to do. So becoming a doorman was my way of overcoming my fear of life, my fear of violence and my fear of change. I became a doorman, and that gave me the confidence. Facing my fears on a Coventry nightclub door gave me the confidence to sit and write. You would think it'd be the other way around. You would think there'd be nothing frightening about being a writer, but actually becoming a writer was very frightening for me, because every time I tried to do it, I ended up getting very depressed because I just couldn't get the outlet. So I went on the door and I developed a bit of courage, and then I sat down, and I really didn't care what people thought. I thought, I'm going to be a writer, and if I want to be a spaceman, I'll be a spaceman. Whatever I want to do, I'm going to do. So it's, that's really why I became a doorman, although I didn't know that at the time. I just thought, I'm going to go on the door and confront my fears. And then I've been on their door for a few years, working in a factory in the day, talking to the guys about what had happened the night before, and one of them said, you should write this down because it's really funny, and some of it's very profound, some of it's very scary. So I wrote a book called Watch My Back, which became a very big seller, and that was the beginning of it. Once I'd got that published, I thought, there's nothing I can't do.